time on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I think I'm a chance. I think I'm gonna say A.
Okay, Hot Toddy. You make that your hot final answer?
Yeah.
You won $125,000!
Kristen, can you tell me what kind of bird it is?
No, I can't. I can't even tell you if it is a bird.
I know.
And I can't tell you if it's a scooter. But you know why? I don't know either.
Let's go with D-bird.
D-bird, final
Yes.
answer. Yes, she said. Yes, she's right. She's got it for $4,000. She did it for $64,000. Yes. Now, join us from New York for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Hello again, and welcome to Sunday Night at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, you talk about amazing comebacks. We have Katie Knudsen here from Tigard, Oregon. And Thursday night, she struggled through a lot of her early questions. It was one of those times where her age and her knowledge just didn't match up with the kind of questions she was getting. All of her lifelines were gone, finished, kaputski, by the end of her $8,000 question. Well, folks, she didn't fold. She hung in there. And now she is going for $125,000. Really an incredible comeback. But Katie, what was going on in your mind as you were struggling with those early questions? One of them, I think, was a budgie, a little bird budgie, right? And you thought it was a scooter. Remember?
I didn't know what it was. I had no idea.
Yeah, no idea. But last night, Katie had another one of her dreams. You know, she dreamt the other night about following a $32,000 winner here, right? Mm-hmm. And you did. And last night you dreamt about?
Budgie.
Yeah. And was the budgie flying, or was it being pushed by a little boy?
I went to a girlfriend's apartment, and she had a big gilded cage full of parakeets.
Mm-hmm. You'll never forget what a budgie is now.
No, I never will.
Yeah. Been enjoying your last stay here in New York City?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Been out to dinner at all the top restaurants?
Sure. Trying to hit a couple.
Good for you. All right. Now, Katie, tell a little bit about yourself. You're the pediatric physical therapist, right? Yeah. Kind of delicate work, I would imagine.
It is. It is. It's challenging and it's fun, but it's also, it's difficult at times.
All right. And Ernie is back. Ernie is a CPA, married for 6 years?
Yep.
Yep. And how's she doing so far, Ernie?
She's doing better than me, I think.
Up to, she's won $64,000, I'll say, and she's 4 questions away from winning $1 million. But, Katie, you've used up all of your lifelines. Now, that's not going to stop you, though. You did pretty well without them before. Now, to play along with Katie, log on to abc.com. Click on the Enhanced TV logo and play against everybody at home using ABC's Enhanced TV. All right, Katie, this is it. We're going for $125,000 now. You ready?
I am.
Audience, are you ready? Yeah, let's go. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? All right, Katie, 4 away from that million. Here it is for $125,000. According to folklore, the Flying Dutchman is what kind of ghost? Pirate, ship, treasure, king.
I know there's a ship named the Flying Dutchman, so that's my gut, but I don't know that the ship was named after...
A ghost?
Might have been named after the ghost, or if that truly was the... That truly was the ghost to begin with. My only other thought is that it was a pirate and they named the ship after it.
Well, you could walk away with $64,000. You could lose $32,000, or you could make it and go for $125,000. What were your thoughts about reaching this point in the game?
It's already a lot of money. I really have a gut instinct on this, and I wished I would have listened to that more yesterday. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say B ship.
B ship.
Yes.
Feeling confident?
Final answer.
She's not kidding. She's right for $125,000. Whoa! Won $125,000. We're going for $250,000 right now. All right? How you feeling? Okay? Hello, Katie. Calling Katie. Okay?
No.
Kind of scary, isn't it? But you've got $125,000. Katie, you're gonna cry on me. We're in the driver's seat. All we're gonna do is look at this next question for $250,000. If we have
Only a game.
If we have a gut reaction to it, maybe we'll play. If we don't like it, we'll leave.
Walk away.
Absolutely. Okay?
Let's go.
Ready to go? $250,000. Here it is. The 18th, 19th, and 20th U.S. presidents all hailed from what state? Ohio, Illinois, Virginia, New York.
I'm trying to count back if you can believe that or not.
Well, do you know who these presidents were?
Well, I could guess, but I want to make sure I'm right.
Okay, so you're counting
I haven't
back
gotten
right?
very far,
Why
though.
don't you count back for us? Let's hear it.
Because I'm only to Kennedy, I haven't gone very far.
Oh, just up to Kennedy, huh? Let me know when you reach Eisenhower.
I think I got him now. I'm trying to decide if it was about the turn of the century. So we're at 42 now, I believe. But it seems like it should be before the turn of the century. New York stands out only because of Teddy Roosevelt, but I think it's got to predate him.
You know, let me ask you something. Would it be easier for you to go forward, starting with George Washington?
No.
Or Abraham Lincoln? Pick it up
Well,
from...
you know, I thought of Lincoln because that's sort of halfway down the middle,
Yeah.
and if we're at 42, I mean, it's past halfway, but a lot of the very few early presidents had more than one term.
Are you one of those who has memorized the entire lineup of presidents?
There's some holes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
have an idea.
All righty.
I know that Lincoln grew up in the log cabin, and that was in Illinois. I'm pretty confident. I sort of think Virginia's throwing me just because there's a lot of presidents from Virginia. Well, or that would be the guess. I know Washington was from Virginia.
Yeah, those are the early days, sure.
I just don't think New York can be it. I don't think we haven't had an 18th president in this century. That's not possible.
Don't get mad at
There,
me.
no.
So you're eliminating New York and Illinois in your mind? You're narrowing it down?
Yeah, I don't know why I'm ignoring Ohio, because I know we've had presidents from Ohio. And Virginia seems like maybe it's the right answer, but it seems like it's the one that's thrown in.
You know, a lot of people would have thrown up their hands and said, forget about it, I'm walking, but you're hanging in there.
I think a woman hasn't won yet because we don't go for it like the guys do.
What'd you say?
I said I think a woman hasn't gotten $1 million yet because we're not as risky as men.
Well, then maybe that's true.
I just always had in the back of my mind that, you know, it's a game and it's already a lot of money and
Well, that's good.
I should
Good
go
to feel
for it,
that
but
way.
I don't know now that I look at that much money.
Well, but I mean, if in your mind you've already eliminated 2 states,
What if I'm wrong?
well, that's something else to worry about. I mean, how much can I handle here?
You know, 3 of my phone and friends would know this. Too.
If too late.
I know.
As cute as you are, I'm sorry, it's too late.
I gotta go for it. I'm going with my gut.
Oh my gosh, making me very nervous. Jeez, I hope you're right. Okay, you're going for it.
I'm gonna feel bad if I throw away this much money, but
You lose 93,000.
I didn't have to say that.
All right. I feel like we're...
But I have a lot more than I walked in with.
32,000 more than what you came with. Good attitude. You know, I feel like we're husband and wife here arguing. Getting ridiculous.
B, Illinois.
I want you to make sure. I don't want you to feel like I rushed you into anything. Katie, supposing Katie? Supposing we just took the money and then, you know, gave it your best guess. And if you got it right, you'll know in your heart...
No.
What am I going to do with it?
I really think Lincoln is number 16, and I don't know why, but that's popping back into my head again and again. So if the Civil War ended in about 1869-ish, it was pre-1870, I believe, 1868, somewhere in there. And if he was number 16, then whoever was elected in 68, no, probably in 72. When was he shot? I don't know when he was shot. I should know, I know where, I can tell you where it was and who shot him. But I can't tell you the year. But it was after the war, and I really think the war ended in 68 or 69. So he was probably shot in about 70. So someone had to fill in for him. The next election wouldn't have been until 1872, so we're already at number 17. So that person would have been the 18th president would have been elected in about, in the 17, what did I just say? 17?
18.
In about, thank you, 1872 or 6, somewhere in the 1870s, the 18th president would have been elected, and that takes me all the way back. Takes me way away from Illinois, which, now that I think about it, sounds stupid because I don't remember another president coming from Illinois. And there have been several presidents from Ohio, I believe, although none of them jump out at me. I know a lot of the original ones were from Virginia, but I don't remember that being as strong later on. I'm trying to picture the book I read in my mind, and I can picture Ohio under several people, and I cannot remember who or even when it was. So there were 4 pages of presidents that listed all of them and where they were from and what they did and all of that, and it was in the middle of the book that these guys were listed, all the Ohio people. I can picture that part. I'm going to go with Ohio.
All right, you have remarkable determination. I applaud your courage. Want to go for this? You're going to go for it. I'm going to ask you, is Ohio your final answer?
Yes.
Katie, you're right for $250,000. Whoa! Wow. We're going to come back. We're going to take a look at the question for $500,000. We'll be right back. Take a look. $250,000, and boy, did she earn it. Boy, that was some stretch. You have now sat in that seat longer than any other contestant. Let's just go over it now, because I'm sure all over America people were scratching their heads trying to figure out these presidents, but Lincoln was the 16th president.
I was right.
Right.
Good.
And Ulysses Grant was number 18, from Ohio.
From Ohio.
You know, Lincoln was really from Kentucky, born in Kentucky.
Someone told me that during the break.
Raised in Illinois. So it was Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, and James Garfield in that order. The presidents from Ohio, and there have been 6 presidents from Ohio. And Theodore Roosevelt was the 26th president of the United States. So there was a lot to go up to think about there, and you certainly thought about it. I'm almost scared to death to go for this next question. But you're up to 500,000. Now look, you deserve something after all this. I want to know what you are going to buy for yourself with this money. Something that you always wanted.
Well, our realtor called us right before we came to the show this morning. We listed our house 11 days ago, and we had a full price offer on it last night.
Aha. This means we're going to get a new house.
We were going to anyway, but it would sure buy a nicer one.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, that's good. That's great. All right, so just to remind you, if you miss, you'll lose $218,000 and go back to $32,000. But you're 2 away from $1 million. No lifelines left. So here you go. $500,000. Let's play. Here it is. Which of the following is the most recent member of the United Nations? Andorra, Czech Republic, Tonga, Palau.
Andorra's jumping, and I don't know why. And I go in a circle, and I think with the last answer was A, and so this answer could be A, because that's what happens on the test, but maybe they're doing that on purpose so that I won't think it's A.
No, don't get involved in that, no. Whatever you do, don't.
But I really think I read this in the paper, and...
You read about Andorra in the paper, is that what you're saying?
No, I read about the most recent member of the UN. I remember reading the country had been added, and I can't even remember how long ago it had been,
But you can't think of the name of the country.
Well, because Andorra just jumps out at me, that makes me think that's what I read.
Uh-huh.
Palau, I don't know, Palau just doesn't do anything for me.
How about Tonga?
Kind of a fun name.
Tonga, yeah. A lot of money here, Katie.
I'm really leaning towards Tonga now. Go with Tonga.
Boy, I hope you win. I really do. Sure you want to do this? You're making me very nervous. You want to take the 250 and let's make a guess at Tonga? Like I said before, and know in our hearts that we were right. Doesn't appeal to you, huh?
I know I feel it. I know this because I know I read this. So I read it in the paper when it happened, and I read it in this, I believe it was in this book. This book just was published in
Yeah, but you
2000.
can't pinpoint the country.
I could remember where Boutros Boutros-Ghali was from. That would be helpful, but... That one of those might be his place of origin, just to throw me.
Katie, $250,000. We're talking about a lot of money here.
I know. How's my husband doing?
What's your husband doing? He's decomposing.
Remember where Boutros Boutros-Ghali was from?
Back to Boutros Boutros-Ghali. He was one of my favorites.
Good name.
Great name. Letterman had a lot of fun with it.
My immediate thought was that he was from Tonga, and that's what's throwing me, so they had to have been in the UN. He's not the current, he was the last head of it, so they would have already had to be a member nation, I believe. But I may be wrong on where he was from. He may be from Palau. I'm really leaning toward Palau.
Yeah, that's what you say.
No, I can picture the whole page in my mind, and it listed all of the countries in the UN, and it listed the most recent leaders in their countries. And I can picture the list of the countries.
And do you see Palau?
I'm fairly certain Tonga was in the list, and that Palau was listed after the leaders, which is where they listed the most recent edition. My answer is D, Palau.
Final answer?
Yes.
I don't know how to tell you this, Katie, but the answer is Tonga. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. Oh baby, I'm sorry, kiddo. Here you are. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Best to you.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, no.
Well, I gotta tell you, we all just feel terrible about that, but Tonga became a member of the United Nations in September 1999. Palau was admitted back in 1994. And Boutros Boutros-Ghali, remember him? Incidentally, he is from Egypt. But what a gutsy contestant. Sorry to see her lose, believe me.